going to move into the gallery. So I'll give you this mic to whoever I call first, and then you can just leave it there. The gallery. You have 3 minutes to speak. Please address the board at all times. Unless you filled out a slip, I'm sorry. This is our protocol. This is how you speak in the committee board meetings from the public. Please keep silent. Questions can only be asked by board members. So the first gallery session speaker will be Justine Dorette, always affordable. Not sure how you pronounce this. So after 2 minutes and 30 seconds, Brano here, Zagreta, will raise the 30-second sign, and then he'll bang the gavel at 3 minutes. Yeah. Is this one better?
Yep.
So please take this one, and then you can just leave it up there when you're done. Brano's going to time, so just pay attention.
Hi guys, good evening. I work for Always Affordable Chimney. We've been in business about 7 years.
It's not on.
Raise the mic.
Yeah.
We've been in business about 7 years. We're fully licensed and insured. We service all 5 boroughs, Westchester and Long Island, and we specialize in all aspects of chimney maintenance and repair. Any sort of repairs that you need to the chimney, be it masonry repair, dampers, we do both residential and commercial, as well as liners. And we're one of the only certified installers of Huron-Flex lining systems, which prevent you having to open up the wall if you need to line your chimney. That's most common in like older buildings in the city or brownstones. We do have business cards as well as coupons that we brought with us. It's always a free estimate for us to come out. And you can see everything on our website, www.alwaysaffordablechain.com. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
First question, Marcy.
Hi. Justine, thanks for
Into the
coming
mic,
out
please.
from Long Island. Hello. Thank you for coming out here from Long Island. Predominantly, the reason she's here, she is a social service, and I am on the committee for health and social services along with Joe. You know, carbon monoxide is a very serious thing. And the reason I brought her here is because of the importance of having your house checked regularly. We found it in my basement about 10 years ago, and I had to have the whole chimney relined, and it was very important to make sure that everybody in the family is safe. Sometimes your detectors are not the best way to make sure the safety in your house, but your chimney is really, it's critical. So she's here, and I just want to give her some gratitude for driving out from Long Island tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll go on to Manny Martinez, New York Public Library.
So good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me here. So I hope everyone enjoyed their summer. It's been a long time since I've been here. I just want to say thank you all. Thank you all, the board, the community here for supporting the libraries. You know, we're off to a really good start. We've been doing really well for the fall with communicating with the schools, communicating with local daycares. My branch, along with Pelham Parkway, Van Ness, and Morris Park, have now become a family early literacy branch. So what they want us doing is they want us targeting more of babies, younger, basically from birth to about the age of 2-3 years old. They want us conducting more programs for those and also engaging with the parents. So what we have been doing is hosting family literacy workshops. And what those do is basically, it shows parents how to engage with their children, how to read to children. And we've been providing a lot of incentives to give away. We've been having, snacks, refreshments for the parents to come to these workshops. We are hosting them once a month. They usually take place in the mornings. But we also have story times now for parents, families to come in and bring their children so they can learn, they'll sing songs to the children. They read stories to them. They have sensory toys that they can play with and engage in with other children there at the library. Another thing that I wanted to speak about is the open house. I am having my first annual open house. So hopefully we're looking to continue doing this throughout the years coming. And this open house, I basically wanna be able to provide information to the community, but we also connect other businesses, other organizations together. Because sometimes in this community, I feel that a lot of people don't know what's out there, what's in the community. So on Friday, November 18th, from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., we're gonna host our open house. So far, I got about 18 participants. If anyone knows any business, any organization, anyone in this community that would like to participate and get information out there to the community, you can reach out to me. My email address is Manuel Martinez, so it's ManuelMartinez @nypl.org. So that once again, that'll be Friday, November 18th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. I'll start sending out the flyer. I will have, I got some flyers over there. Another event we're having is, so at my branch we do the ESOL classes as well as Morris Park, as well as Pelham Parkway Van Ness. I've noticed that there's a lot of people that are coming from outside of the country and that need help with like citizenship. So we managed to get someone from the Department of USCIS, and that'll be on Wednesday, November 16th.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Any questions? Good. So our next guest speaker will be Shyla Trammell. Maybe I mispronounced the name. 1541 Williamsbridge Road.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Shayla Trammell. I'm coming from the Williamsbridge Tenants Association, and I'm going to be introducing Paulette, who will have the
Thank you, Shayla, and I want to thank the Community Board for allowing us to speak this evening. I'm head of the Williamsbridge Tenants Association. We represent tenants at the Woodmanston Apartments. Now, many of you, I'm sure, are familiar with this building. It's been there for a long time, as I have. I grew up there. It's the large building on the corner of Williamsbridge and Sackett Avenue. Our major problem right now is a slumlord, an absentee landlord, who is not only affecting the building, the welfare of the tenants, but the actual existence of this community. Through the years, I've heard many people from the area comment about what he's done, his negligence, his disregard for everyone in the community, and it's getting worse. Right now, we're in litigation with this man in court. We were going back on November 7th. He is doing something at the building that is illegal. He's doing what he called the building rehabilitation, which I thought was a response to my 6-page report 3 years ago. It's not. What he's doing is invading every apartment, claiming, first of all, to get the permits that we don't live there and that we're not going to stabilize. Two big lies. What he's doing is invading the apartments, demolishing a large portion of the apartments to supposedly upgrade the plumbing and electrical systems. The plumbing system is the biggest problem, and it is an extreme danger to the health and safety of the tenants. But my concern, and the reason I'm here right now, is to ask for support from the community, because I know there are many people in this community that have voiced their concern over what this man is doing by neglecting the building, letting it go down. For a long time, he brought in very bad tenants. Thank God many of them are gone. But the purpose for that was to drive the good ones out and the old ones. This cannot continue. If you have any issues with the building, the history of the building, anything that you know regarding the building, its maintenance, even what is going on with the tenants in that community, please bring those issues to the attention of the community board. We will be picking up this information, taking it with us, and it will bolster our case in court. So unfortunately, we had a judge who ignored the fact that he lied on the applications to get the permits, gave him access. That's what we're fighting now. So any assistance you can give us, any information you have, your views on what this man has done to the community, the Morris Park community, we would appreciate very much. And I thank you very much for your time.
Al?
Why don't you have the tenants come before the housing committee of the board?
Mm-hmm.
And this way they can, explain it, and they'll be your right advocate.
When does the housing committee meet at?
Where's housing? Strata?
November 1st.
November 1st?
Very good
At
idea.
the community board at 7 o'clock, or?
7 o'clock here?
No, on Colden.
The community board, fine. All right.
So, come in with your list of complaints,
Mm-hmm.
and a few people that can come in and also voice their concerns.
All
Bring
right.
it before them, and then they'll be your advocate.
All right, thank you so much, Al, appreciate it. Any other questions? All right, thank you.
Thank you, Paulette. Laura Velasquez? Been dealing with Paulette for a while. She's a great person to know. She's from the Citizens Committee. Laura.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Laura Velasquez, and I'm a college intern at Citizen Committee. So we're trying to do community outreach to inform the communities in all 5 boroughs of our 2 upcoming grants. One is a Love Your Block grant for $1,000. The deadline is November 7th. The second is our neighborhood grant, and the deadline is January 23rd of 2017. We are a nonprofit organization, and we try to do our best to support volunteer-led groups that try to carry out projects in their neighborhoods to improve their community. For more information, you could visit us at our website, citizensnewyorkcity.org. And on their website, you could also call us, and the main contact person would be Sean Whitehorn. Any questions?
What's the phone number?
212-822-9563. Any other questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Francis. And Alton International Merchants Association.
Good evening, everybody. Want to thank you for the time. Vendors, we want to bring to the attention of the board, if it's not already in your scope, the city council is trying to double the size of street vendors in the city, 600 every year for the next 7 years. We have 4,100 licensed vendors now, and they want to double that.
Wow.
Necessarily, I kind of like the idea, but I'm going to say to you, Allerton can't maintain new vendors. So there has to be some sort of restriction or guideline. 10 vendors a year is probably the average for every community board. Right now we have about 5 to 6 vendors on Allerton alone. I'll talk with Joe and Morris Park on their opinion on it as well, but this is my own personal opinion. Allerton can't maintain 10 vendors a year, let alone 10 every single year. So please keep this in your attention. I've spoken with the vendors on Allerton. We're all pretty much in agreement. Also, especially if they're selling the same merchandise as stores in the vicinity, our guys are already struggling as it is. So to have more competition that's paying less is just not fair to these guys. If this is going to get jammed through the city council, there better be a subsidy for these merchants to make sure that they stay in business. Since I have some more time and I don't see the 30 seconds, we're doing a pumpkin carving at 6:30 tomorrow on Bronxwood and Allerton Avenue. We sent a letter to the community board regarding the area of the Bronxwood tree. Technically, it's called the Boston Garden. For obvious reasons to those who watch sports, Boston Garden is the name of the stadium in Boston. So as a Knicks fan, I'm offended greatly. But in all seriousness, I think it would be more aptly renamed the Allerton Garden or the Bronxwood Garden. And since I still don't see, I had a great conversation with U-Haul. This is, if through the chair, if I can refer this to Joe, but you as well, to know that they're very much engaged, they're aware of the problem, and we're going to continue a conversation with them as well. Thank you for the time. Oh, and the Mother Teresa mural is complete. Check it out and shop at the local stores nearby on Holland and Allerton Avenue. Thank you.
Gene, after the meeting, can you come up? Well, I got to talk to you about that, the vendors, all right?
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Mike?
Anthony, I know you're gonna escalate the issue about the vendors. It's not fair to the people who are paying rent and they have their stores. I know we're gonna escalate that. I just wanna know when and how.
Well, it's kind of complicated because, you got White Plains bid, you got Westchester bid, and you're gonna have Morris Park trying to get a bid. Now, I'll be honest with you, I got a call yesterday, I was made aware of it, and I have a letter saying, you sent to the city council president, saying, no, we're not backing this. The board is not backing this. Because there's, these people won't, in Morris Park, they won't even join us here. They ain't gonna lay out no money, and then they're gonna make a vendor come right next door to them. It's kind of complicated, Gene. And there's no support for this in our area, neighborhood.
Thank you. Great to hear. Any other questions?
Sounds like you supported it. No.
Well, I just wanted to know, did I hear that, when did the board vote on this? I wasn't here.
I got a telephone call from John Benese 2 days ago. 2 days ago, okay? That's when I first found out about it. We're on the phone for an hour. He was looking for the board's support. There's other boards that are also supporting. So the letter had to go in today, this afternoon. So we're meeting tonight.
They had a hearing today at
Yeah,
City
so
Council.
I had
That
to
was
get the
last
letter
minute.
down. So we voted this, we sent the letter down, okay, Joe, against the request.
Well, not for nothing, but I think, if nothing else, we could have sent it down today. I mean, the hearings are gonna be going on. I don't think it was, I mean, I was watching Road to City Hall the other night. Mark Levine was on. He's the guy that's proposing this. And it's not a done deal. I mean, it's a process that they have to go through the city council, and I think we should have voted on it.
Yeah, Bonnie.
Is there any way to lobby for regulations within this legislation that you can't have X amount close to each other or so many within a block? It sounds like the harm and the risk is an oversaturation of the block. Everyone's kind of concerned about that, but it seems like something we could lobby on to build into the law too.
I think that built into it. There are restrictions. I'm sorry, there are restrictions. There are laws, governing that there. Okay, that's all I can tell you. Do I know right off the top of my head? No.
May I make a suggestion that you take a vote now, even after the fact, at least this way you cover yourself, that we have voted and we either approve or disapprove of the letter?
Jeremy, do you need me up here anymore? Can I sit?
Gene, you can sit. Okay. Let me read the letter that was sent, okay? And we'll have a motion, I'll make a motion that we support the letter, okay? This is sent to the city council president. Honorable Lisa Mark Verietto, Speaker, New York City Council. Dear Council Speaker Verietto. Am I saying it right? Community Board 11. Community Board 11 would like to express our strong opposition to the bill before the council regarding adding more vendors to our streets, period. In our district, we have many mom and pop stores that provide jobs and services to our community. Their businesses pay high rents as well as utility costs and are struggling to survive in this very difficult economy. They also pay many fees and at times fines to the city of New York. In addition, we have two bids in our district, the Pelham Parkway bid and the Westchester Square bid. Both have voiced very strong opposition to adding more vendors on our streets. We believe that these vendors create an unfair competition to our already existing businesses. Signed, Anthony Vitaliano.
So I would have made it better. I wrote something else.
Joe?
Yeah. First of all, it's the White Plains Road bid. So that has to be changed before you send the letter, or when you amend the letter. And we are opposed to it. And it's not just the White Plains Road bid or the Westchester Square bid. All the bids in the city of New York are opposed to this, for the exact same reason that it's already been mentioned by Gene and others, and Andrea. We do have businesses, especially in a bid, everybody pays a fee to belong to the bid. And that includes holiday lighting, that includes sanitation. So it's even more important that these people will come along and they will increase the garbage on the street.
Yep.
They will make sure that they will receive all the benefits that our members receive, but our members pay for it. So yeah, the White Plains Road bid hasn't sent its letter out yet, but the White Plains Road bid will send its letter out and explain a lot of the things that we feel that I've mentioned here. So when you make the motion, make sure that we make the corrections.
I'll make the motions. The motion to send this, which has already been submitted to the city council president, to support the letter. A motion to support the letter with the change, Pella Parkway bid changed to White Plains Road bid. Okay? Do I have a second on that motion? Second. Silvio? Okay. All those, open for discussion. All those in favor? Aye. Against? Abstentions? Pete Ramsey abstention, and Maria Provenzano and Daisy Rodriguez. 3 abstentions. Okay, the motion is. Thank you.
Okay, our next guest speaker is, forgive me if I mispronounce any names, because sometimes it's a little hard to read the writing. Tiara Moultrie, MJHS Hospice and Palliative Care.
Good evening. My name is Tiara Moultrie. I'm the Bronx Volunteer Coordinator with MJHS Hospice. I'm actually here because we're looking to recruit volunteers for some of our nursing homes in the East Bronx, specifically for Beth Abe and Kings Harbor Rehabilitative and Nursing Home Centers. In addition to the nursing homes that we have in the East Bronx, we also have people who are on home hospice in the area, and we also have IPU beds in every Monty facility. The main reason why we're looking to recruit volunteers is because we work with patients at end of life. I think for most people, mortality isn't a thing that they think about very often, and so we have a very difficult time recruiting volunteers, even to do mundane things. Our volunteers can sit with patients, they can do general compassionate care visits. They're also committed to do things like shopping for patients, taking them on trips. And when we have foundation support, we also have the opportunity to take people to Yankee games or to take people to other events. In addition to working with usually an elderly population in the nursing homes, we also have one of the only pediatric hospice in New York State. So you can be able to provide support for actual peds patients. You can also provide support for their families, especially in people in need of respite care. So our main goal is to try to connect with other community groups and really to try to drive up volunteer support in our nursing homes and for other residents of the East Bronx who are on our hospice program. So I also have a lot of flyers in the back, but the easiest way to reach me is either through email or on my cell phone. It's 347-988-4043. 347-988-4043. And in addition to our facilities here, I actually represent the entire Bronx, so most of my day is spent on the bus because like a true New Yorker, I do not drive. But we have 2 hospice residences, one in Riverdale, one at the Block Residence Catay House near the VA hospital on Kingsbridge. And then again, we do have several people who are on home hospice, and that includes both peds and adult patients.
Sure.
You represent the new leadership of Beth Abe?
No. So we have contracted beds in Beth Abraham, but all of the people who are on MJHS hospice have care within the nursing home, but they also receive MJHS hospice visits. So they get volunteers as a service of MJHS. They also have an MJHS assigned nurse, social worker, bereavement coordinator, and pastoral care that comes from us specifically, as well as the support they get in the unit.
Is this non-for-profit or is this for-profit?
We're a nonprofit organization.
Okay, thank you.
What do the letters stand for, the MJ?
On an official level, it stands for Metropolitan Jewish Health System. In general, we use the acronym because we found that people get very confused and assume that we only take on Jewish patients, but that is not the case. So, officially, we are just MJHS Hospital. Yes.
2 questions. Is it a kosher facility?
So only our facility in Riverdale is kosher.
You have the kosher option, right?
Yes.
Good, that has to be. And the other thing is this work? Is this working?
There's only 2 questions to be asked.
That was one question.
Sorry, Marcy.
Oh.
Next speaker, guest speaker, Kathy Vasquez.
Uh-huh.
Hello, good evening. My name is Kathy Vasquez. I am the project coordinator for the New York City Campus Project hosted at the New York Botanical Garden. I want to say thank you for allowing me to talk about my program. The New York City or NYC Campus Project helps New Yorkers build the knowledge, skills, and opportunities they need to make and use compost locally. So the reason that I'm here today is because we are completely funded by the Department of Sanitation, and we are trying to inform your community board about the leaf collection service that will be happening in November. So on Sunday, November 13th and Sunday, November 27th, New York City Department of Sanitation will be picking up leaves from all of Community Board 11 so that that can be composted, and that compost will be used in community greening projects. The New York City Compost Project will actually be distributing free leaf bags and more materials. So if you need leaf bags to collect your leaves, you can come visit our table. We'll be back there. We also are hosting a bunch of different events throughout the Bronx, so we can distribute leaf bags to all the other community boards that are served. And if you are interested in learning how to backyard compost, we actually do workshops and events that teach people how to compost in their backyard. If you need to contact us, my information is compost@nybg.org, and if you need to call us, it's 718-817-8543. Any questions?
Yes.
Yes.
Mike, please.
Do they have any projects for apartment buildings? I mean, I know you're giving out 2-3 bags, whatever it takes, but I mean, the building that I live in, the corner building, and this guy's picking up leaves all the time. What does he do with the leaves he picks up now? I mean, he can't leave them in these bags in the rain and stuff like that, can he?
No, he can't leave them in the bags in the rain, so unfortunately, because they're only doing 2 pickup dates, he would only be able to set out the leaves he's collecting on those 2 weekends. Yeah.
Okay, so where does he get the bags? Because he's gonna need more than 2 or 3.
So he can pick up the bags from us, or he can pick up the bags, or he can purchase bags from any of the retailers that are in the Bronx.
Well, where does he get them from you?
There is a bunch of information in the back that lists all of our events. So you can come to.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Mariella Salazar from Montefiore.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mariella Salazar, and I am the Government and Community Relations Manager at Montefiore. I just wanted to take the opportunity to introduce myself, as I will be regularly attending these meetings. I do have one short announcement, and that's that the open enrollment period for the 2017 health insurance plans will begin November 1st. So a few dates for you to remember are that, again, November 1st is when you can begin to enroll, re-enroll, or change your insurance plan. December 15 will be the last day to enroll in or change your plan for coverage to start January 1st. January 1st if you enrolled by December 15th, then you will have insurance by January 1st. And January 31st will be the last day that you can enroll for insurance through the New York State Health Exchange website. So other than that, if anybody needs assistance in enrolling or you have questions about which plan is best for you, I have a sheet here that has a whole bunch of sites in the Bronx about navigators that can help answer those questions, which plan is best for you, and all those other details that a navigator can answer. So, does anybody have any questions?
Thank you very much.
Thank you, and I look forward to working with you guys.
Marcia Lewis? I'm not sure the issue is or what the organization is, so in the future, you could put that please?
Oh, all right, I'm
Or
not
the
part
issue.
of an organization.
Or the issue.
I would like to express a bit of the frustration felt by the BPECA community. There have been multiple projects within the area under the auspices of the Parks Department. Many have been very expensive, very long, some considered unnecessary, and they're left unfinished and unattended or tended to. We question the bidding process and the oversight of our tax dollars. BPECA has secured over $1 million to repair the Waring Avenue playground in the past 2 years. The playground has had no upgrade in over 30 years. We were just told last night the Parks Department now needs $5 million or it cannot be done. And 2 years ago, they said it was $2 million. So it's more than doubled. With nothing done. We have the grounds where the little kids play. The rubber is all broken up. It's very dangerous. They've patched the area where the sprinklers are. The basketball courts have roots coming through the ground. The hoops are falling down. Nothing in 30 years. We've seen numerous plantings also in unneeded bike path repairs that were not needed, that are finished 90% and are now neglected and unfinished. And this has been going on for over a year. They leave the trees surrounded with fencing. The weeds are taking over the trees and choking them. They have not been watering the trees, and many have died. Pelham Parkway North and White Plains Road Park Upgrade, or the mall as they call it, has been fenced in. It's probably about 4 square blocks. You hardly ever see anyone working on it. It's filthy. There's an increase in rodents. The merchants are complaining. And you don't see people working there. So we want to know who's supervising the project, who's cleaning up after the project, and who oversees the bidding on the projects. Want to know who the contractors are. We should know who they are, not hire them again, because Pelham Parkway North is going to be redone soon. By blocking off those 4 blocks with the fencing, they've increased the danger of the students from Columbus and other neighboring schools walking in the area because the sidewalks have been taken away. It's an eyesore. Also, there have been increased planting of trees in the middle of Pelham Parkway. The Christmas trees we all talk about. Now they put up 2 cupolas at the bottom of the Waring Avenue entrance to the Botanical Gardens. This has taken away the ability for the children to sleigh ride in a safe area, something that's been going on for over 2 generations that I know of. I don't know before that. But now there's no sleigh riding in the park, and I really thought parks were for our use. So we're requesting the community board to demand. I'm done?
Yes. Questions? Andrew Siegel?
Marcia,
Oh, yes, sorry.
last night I understand you had a meeting with Iris. Did you voice any of these complaints to her? And if
Yes.
so, what was her
Repeatedly.
response? And what was her response?
That the Parks Department budget is only for $2 million for restoration of parks, which
For the
we
borough.
have.
Wait, that doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
The Parks Department, we were told the Parks Department has $2 million for the upkeep of the parks, restoration, upkeep of the different parks.
For the entire Bronx.
And she told us that now the estimate is $5 million after we've raised $1.4 million. That's what they have in the coffers.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, they cannot do it because they will not start unless they have the full $5 million. It's been 2 years that we've been getting the money, and the cost has more than doubled.
Getting back to the arrest,